episode might make you feel a little icky or itchy, if you will. I'm not gonna do that. But welcome to episode 32 called The Hive, made by our lovely and amazing Jane, who, if you don't remember, you should go and either re-listen to some Magnus Archives episodes or re-listen to my explanations of them. It's a very interesting way of looking at things. That's all I'll say. Anyways, this one's by Jane. She is kind of like the villain of this entire like Magnus Archive so far that we've read. She said that she felt an itching deep in her bones. And it started from a wasp's nest. Let me also tell you that like listening to this episode was really hard because she kept repeating things, so it was hard to get anything out of it. She then goes into detail basically saying like, oh, the Flesh Hive like hates Magnus Archives, which we kind of already know, but we never knew why. She said they hate Magnus Archives because knowing something bad will happen in the Institute, like knowledge takes like fear away from it, essentially. She knew that something bad would happen to the Institute, specifically Gertrude. This was made before she passed away. And she was also the head archivist at the time, so she never really named her, but she was like head archivist, blah 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 blah, like it was before John's time, essentially. She really just wanted to be loved overall. That's why we kind of think that she decided to have a bunch of little critters. She wanted to be loved, so she was loved by many creatures at home, which kind of created this weird symbiotic relationship with her and these weird fucking entities. Later that night, a fire erupted, basically taking the life of her landlord, Arthur Nolan, but also burned down the entire building. Prentice was actually taken to the hospital, and she was already infected with like a bunch of like weird shit that the like nurses and stuff couldn't figure out, and so she expelled out these worms over her mouth, which she like projectile vomited onto people who literally died as soon as she did that. And it killed about 6 staff members, and it like heavily injured the 7th one. She walked out of the hospital and just disappeared. And John said that the case is cold, but it could be an aggressive parasite instead of a paranormal activity thingy happening. But he definitely says that he feels like the case is supernatural, which makes him very uncomfortable. Anyways, I hope you guys liked this episode. The next one will be a little bit more content, but have a happy Friday.